Hello dear Sagittarius, how are you? Welcome to Purple Feather Tarot channel. Hope you are well. We will analyze where the energy is concentrated and what the main trends are. Please note that this will be a general reading. We will go into more detail in the upcoming videos posted on the channel, so don't miss it. Don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we post a new video. This reading is for everyone with the Sun, Rising, Moon or Venus in Sagittarius, and we will connect with you and your energy. We begin here with the powerful and uplifting energy of the Chariot, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant, which is absolutely fantastic, because if you've been feeling tired, depleted, or simply worn down by recent events, things are about to shift significantly in November. You'll start to feel as if you're becoming unstoppable, like a well-oiled machine moving forward with determination and clarity. The key word here is progress. You'll feel your inner strength rising, a growing sense of courage and boldness blooming from within. If lately you've been feeling stuck, restrained, or like something has been holding you back, those limitations are beginning to dissolve, and in their place, a new surge of energy is coming in. Your vitality is being reawakened, gradually expanding and strengthening. There's a growing sense of boldness and confidence taking root in your being, and with it, an increased state of alertness and clarity. What also begins to grow is your bravery, the courage to pursue your dreams with purpose and momentum, to make meaningful strides toward your goals. It's like you're aligning with the energy of a warrior, moving forward with purpose. I sense that this month, you won't just feel stronger, you'll be driven to act. You'll feel an urge to engage more deeply with life, to take initiative, to move beyond what has been familiar or safe. The time for passivity is over. You're now entering a phase where you'll want to do more than you have in a long time, because the strength and willpower to do so will finally be there. You're ready to tear down barriers, that's the feeling here. It's as though Sagittarius is preparing to break free from what has been familiar, from the comfort zones and limitations that once offered safety but now feel too small. This moment is about release, the ability to let go of attachments that no longer serve you. You're opening up to change, not just by shifting your mindset, but by embracing a new way of life altogether. You're stepping into a fresh philosophy, one that aligns more authentically with who you are becoming. You're moving forward with renewed beliefs and seeing the world through a refreshed lens. I can see new habits forming, routines that are more aligned with your truth. There's fresh insight flowing into your consciousness, allowing you to view life from a broader, more enlightened perspective. I sense that your guides, your spiritual mentors, both earthly and divine, are walking beside you, supporting your evolution and this courageous leap you're about to make. Your awareness is expanding, and with it comes a focus on matters like travel or relocation. If moving house or changing environments has been on your mind, this could be the moment it begins to crystallize. Now, with all this momentum, there might be moments where impatience arises, a desire for things to unfold faster than they naturally will. But despite this inner urgency, your mind will stay grounded. Instead of rushing impulsively, your actions will be thoughtful, guided by wisdom and foresight. One of the main driving forces behind this new momentum will be your knowledge, all the insights you've accumulated over time. Whether inherited from your ancestors or gained through your own life experiences, that wisdom is now becoming your compass. This is not just about knowing, it's about applying what you know. All that learning, all that stored insight, is moving into action. You're no longer leaving your knowledge on the shelf. You're embodying it, expressing it through your choices and direction. This is where I sense a powerful transformation in your sense of determination and presence. You're stepping into a new kind of authority, one that comes from lived truth and inner alignment. Believe that you are a winner, not just in potential, but in action. This is why the cards speak of departing from traditional plans, of moving beyond familiar ground, of shedding outdated habits and embracing practices that reflect who you truly are today. It's about progress, not random movement, but intentional steps toward what ignites your soul. And above all, this is about reconnecting with your instincts, with the inner guidance that has always known the way forward. This moment also invites you to reconnect with your authentic voice, that part of you that has always known what direction to take, even when doubt tried to cloud your vision. You're stepping into a phase where clarity becomes your companion and inner knowing becomes your guide. Every step forward will feel more intentional, more aligned with your truth. You might even begin to notice that the things which once triggered fear or hesitation now appear smaller, more manageable, as if a fog is lifting from your path. There is a sense of maturity arriving, a wisdom gained not just from books or mentors, but from living, from feeling deeply, from falling and getting back up again. The choices you make now will be rooted in purpose and guided by vision. The more you trust this process, the more the universe responds with synchronicities, signs, and opportunities that feel tailor-made for your growth. And as your confidence builds, you'll begin to realize that you are not the same person you were even a few months ago. You've evolved, quietly but profoundly. This evolution has taken place not just in your external world, but deep within the fibers of your being. Your intuition will become louder, more precise, helping you detect what is truly aligned and what is no longer meant to stay. You may feel the pull to simplify your environment, to declutter both physically and emotionally, creating space for what genuinely nurtures your spirit. This isn't just a chapter of movement, it's a chapter of intention. A time to listen deeply, to act bravely, and to believe in your own rhythm. You are not being rushed. You are being guided, and your steps are being supported by forces that see further than you can right now. Honor that. Trust that. And keep moving forward. The Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Swords appear here, and I can clearly see that you've made significant progress in your readings. You've come a long way. However, something sudden could arise. I'm not sure if sudden is exactly the right word, but what I perceive here is a wave of tension or possible conflict in your environment. The Five of Wands often represents external disagreements or internal agitation. At the same time, it can also symbolize a fire that has been lit within you, a renewed passion or determination. Perhaps you've recently had a powerful idea, a plan that's beginning to form, or a project that you're eager to bring into reality. There's a strong urge to move forward no matter what, and you may find yourself thinking, I don't want anything or anyone holding me back now. It's not that you're unwilling to hear different opinions, but rather that you simply don't want interference. You want to move forward, using all the energy and resources available to you. I sense a powerful surge of creativity and inspiration rising within you, but the way you choose to act on these impulses might not be well received by others. The method or the pace of your approach could trigger resistance, especially from people who see things differently or who may not fully understand your vision. This friction could surface in your professional life, in friendships, or in your close circles. Some people around you might unintentionally try to slow you down or disagree with your decisions, leading to subtle but noticeable tension. This month's fire energy is intense, which might also reduce your patience for others. You don't want to stay behind, you don't want to feel like you're not moving, and you certainly don't want anyone stopping you. The feeling of competition might rise as well, like you're part of a race, striving for a prize, pushing yourself harder than ever to stand out and reach the finish line before anyone else. It's as though the environment becomes more charged, and you feel compelled to outperform, to exceed expectations. There may even be time-related pressure pushing you to act fast. However, such intensity can spark friction. Be aware of the potential for envy or jealousy from those who see your victories, your breakthroughs, or the recognition you're starting to receive. That energy may be subtle but present. Another key theme here is control, not control over others, but over yourself, especially your reactions. Pay attention to how you respond when others challenge your decisions or question your direction. The energy here is bold and fierce, but it isn't about creating unnecessary conflict. It's about defending what you believe in, standing strong for what you truly want, and pursuing your goals with commitment. Even if challenges appear, it doesn't mean you need to fight, it means you need to remain grounded in your truth. The Six of Swords tells us that you are also transitioning, moving on from something, possibly a situation you no longer wish to remain in. You might come to realize that certain people, environments, or dynamics are no longer aligned with who you are becoming. You may feel uncomfortable, or simply out of place. This card indicates a chapter closing, not necessarily with drama, but with a quiet understanding that it's time to go. You may be walking away from an environment that feels limiting or heavy. There's a mental shift happening, a change in the way you perceive things. You're beginning to envision a different future, one that feels more in harmony with your inner world. This is about steering yourself toward new horizons, leaving behind what's no longer nurturing. It might not be easy, but it's necessary. The pull toward the unknown, the unfamiliar, is strong, and it's guiding you toward growth and emotional peace. I feel that you are being prepared for something greater, and to embrace it, you must first release what has already served its purpose. As you begin to move away from what no longer resonates, a deep emotional clarity starts to emerge. This clarity doesn't arrive with loud revelations, but rather like a soft current guiding you gently in a new direction. You may not have all the answers just yet, but your heart already knows which way it wants to go. This transition invites reflection, not regret. It invites release, not resistance. And in doing so, you give yourself permission to grow beyond old versions of yourself. What lies ahead is not just physical change, but spiritual evolution. You are beginning to reclaim your peace, not as an escape, but as a conscious act of healing. The turbulence you've experienced, whether in your inner world or your external environment, has served a purpose. It's helped you see what no longer aligns and has pointed you toward a more honest, more empowering path. Now, the waters begin to calm. The chaos of outer conflict begins to give way to inner order. Your thoughts settle, your heart steadies, and the vision of what you truly desire starts to become clearer. You are not running away. You are walking forward. And as you do, new ideas and connections will begin to find you, because you've made space for them. The Six of Swords reminds us that every departure is also an arrival. By leaving behind what feels heavy, you step into something lighter, more aligned with your soul. The next chapter might still be forming, but the direction is unmistakable. This is a journey guided by truth, fueled by courage, and supported by unseen hands that have been with you all along. There may still be moments of doubt, echoes of the past trying to pull you back, but you no longer belong to that version of yourself. You've outgrown it. Your thoughts are evolving, your emotions are refining, and your soul is calling you forward. Trust the process, even if it feels uncertain. Trust the timing, even if it's not perfect. And most of all, trust yourself, because you are stronger now. Stronger not just because of what you've endured, but because you chose to rise through it. With each decision to prioritize your peace, to honor your truth, and to release what no longer supports your growth, you are stepping into a life that reflects who you truly are. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, which clearly speak of new developments, especially in areas related to work, finances, or long-term projects. These upcoming changes might initially feel uncertain or unfamiliar. It's not entirely clear what type of transition is coming, but it could involve shifts in workplace structure, alterations in your schedule, or changes to your usual routines. Even if the details are unclear now, what's evident is that a new phase is about to unfold in your career or financial path. At first, this could present itself as an offer, maybe a job opportunity, a different shift, or a project proposal. Your initial reaction might not be fully enthusiastic. It's not that you'll reject it outright, but it may trigger hesitation or internal questioning. What the energy is inviting you to do is to be open, to stay flexible and willing to adapt. These changes, even if they seem minor or inconvenient at the start, could bring long-term growth and unexpected benefits. Professionally, this could be the shift you've been waiting for, even if you don't realize it right away. What I sense is that you will feel a strong internal response, a powerful surge of passion, creative drive, and instinctual alignment. You'll start to reconnect with that inner flame, that vibrant energy within you that's been waiting to be reignited. Many things are shifting at once, so the key is to flow with the energy, not against it. Let yourself enjoy this process too. There may be moments where you stop and realize, wow, something in me is transforming. You've entered a new cycle of self-expression. Sometimes this might feel like emotional ups and downs. One day you're energized and ready to take on the world, and the next you might feel drained, unmotivated, or unsure of your direction. These fluctuations are not a sign of failure. They are signs of energetic realignment. Something deep within you is adjusting, recalibrating. This transformation is not superficial. It's a return to your personal power, a reawakening of your magnetic presence, your vitality, your natural glow. All the energetic shifts you're experiencing are part of a divine process that is helping you step into your most empowered self. You are closing a chapter, leaving behind what has become too familiar, too limiting. This is a powerful time to break free from past cycles, from comfort zones that have begun to feel more like cages than safe spaces. And as this inner change unfolds, you'll begin to radiate differently. By the end of this month, others may start to notice a new aura around you, a captivating energy, and they may wonder, what happened to Sagittarius? What they're seeing is your light finally shining through without restraint. The transformation happening within you is starting to show on the outside. This month could also bring periods of solitude or reflection, but instead of seeing these moments as loneliness or withdrawal, understand them as sacred spaces where your inner self is being nourished. Something is being awakened inside of you. Also, keep a close eye on the opportunities arising in your financial or professional world. There may be something there that feels like a disruption now, but it's actually pushing you to grow. You might need to attend a meeting, clarify a situation, or discuss misunderstandings, especially if there's tension involving colleagues, scheduling, or finances. The presence of the Five of Wands suggests some resistance or disagreement may surface around these topics. However, even if the beginning feels chaotic or unclear, this reading is telling you that it will turn out for the best. There may also be a time of reassessment regarding your personal goals. If you're feeling conflicted or out of sync with your surroundings, it may be time to reevaluate your direction or rethink the way you're approaching your ambitions. If you begin to feel that certain paths are no longer aligned with your purpose, allow yourself the space to pause and reflect. This is not a setback. It is a sacred invitation to realign with what truly matters to your soul. Sometimes, progress is not about moving faster, but about making sure you're walking in the right direction. If the environment around you feels tense, or if conversations become challenging, take that as a sign to look inward rather than react outward. There may be a deeper reason why things feel out of balance, and that reason could be pointing you toward a necessary adjustment. This could be about how you manage your time, your energy, or your emotional investments. You are being called to reevaluate how much of yourself you're giving to things that may no longer deserve that space. You might notice your intuition becoming more sensitive, more precise, quietly guiding you to what feels aligned and away from what drains you. Don't ignore those nudges. They are part of your inner compass, helping you steer through complexity with clarity. And while certain transitions might feel uncomfortable, especially if they involve changes in work or routines you've become used to, remember that growth often comes disguised as disruption. What feels like a closed door could very well be redirecting you towards something better, something more meaningful. If conversations arise that push you to speak your truth, let them unfold. You're not being asked to argue or defend, but to express from a place of calm authority. Your voice matters now. It carries power, clarity, and experience. Even if others don't immediately understand your choices, trust that your path doesn't need their approval. Your growth is not up for debate. This period of change is teaching you to hold your ground without closing your heart. And through that balance, your confidence will deepen. Your energy will become more focused, more potent. As you navigate these shifts, you'll also start to notice new opportunities coming in, doors opening where once there were none. These may not look like what you expected, but they hold the potential to bring lasting abundance if you're willing to trust the unknown. Let your heart remain open, but your choice is intentional. Let your spirit remain soft, but your boundaries strong. And above all, continue choosing what feels true, even when the old pulls at you to stay. You are not meant to remain in spaces where your light is dimmed. You are meant to rise, to glow, to lead. As you continue moving through this powerful month of transformation, remember that everything unfolding is guiding you back to your center, back to your truth. Trust yourself, honor your path, and keep saying yes to the version of you that is ready to rise. If this message resonated with your heart, I invite you to support this space of light and clarity. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a reading that could speak directly to your soul. Thank you for being here, for allowing me to be part of your journey. I send you love, courage, and a spark of that fire that lives within you. Until next time.